Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about ANDA. So this is a topic that is related to the regulation of drug. Its expansion is abbreviated new drug application. So we may come across the new drug application. So what is the difference between ANDA and NDA? Today we are going to discuss about abbreviated new drug application. ANDA is a submission. So it is an application we are submitting to the US FDA or any concerned regulatory authority of the country. So what is the purpose of applying or giving this application? For obtaining approval to market for a new drug. So in short we can tell that ANDA is an application submitted to the regulatory authority for obtaining approval in the market, especially for a new drug. For scrutinizing or reviewing the submission, FDA constitute different teams with related experience. So there are three different regulatory pathways depending on the type of molecule for the approval. So what they do is that when they get the application, FDA will send either of these three regulatory pathways. First one is new drug application 505B1 regulatory pathway. Second pathway is that 505B2 regulatory pathway, and the third one is abbreviated new drug application. So these are the different regulatory pathways based on the tool for the approval. So what is the basic for approving the generic copies of a drug products? So this was done on the basis of a act that is known as the Drug Price Competition and Patent Act. Otherwise, it is known as Hatch-Waxman Act. So this is the basic of or basis of approving the generic copies. This Hatch-Waxman Act, also known as Hatch-Waxman Amendments. So hope you know what is generic drug, right? Means generic drug means any medication created to be the same as an already marketed brand name in the dosage form, for example, safety like that. So can you tell some examples of generic drug? So I think it will be helpful for you. So you know the drug phenytoin, right? So phenytoin is an anti-seizure drug. So phenytoin is the generic name, and we are purchasing the drug phenytoin using a brand name in India, right? Brand name of phenytoin is Dilantin. So phenytoin is the generic name. In this case of this ANDA, we are trying to approve the generic copies of the drug product. And based on the Hatch-Waxman Amendment, we are trying to find out what bioequivalence. If we are approving the generic copies of drug product, we are checking what bio. So in short, we can tell that this Hatch-Waxman and amendment permit the FDA to approve the application to market what generic versions of the brand name drugs without repeating costly and duplicating clinical trial. So if you know the generic name, we are able to avoid the costly product given by some companies, as well as if you have the data of phenytoin, there is no need of doing it again the clinical trial as well as assay and all the costly methods, right? So this will help to avoid the duplicative clinical trial, as well as this make the drug more safe and effective. So what are the objectives of ANDA? ANDA provide safe, effective and low cost alternative brand product, as well as this will help to reduce the time for the development. So we already discussed how we are submitting the ANDA. But ANDA may not be submitted if the safety and effectiveness of the proposed product, if you want to study, we are not using or we are not involving that drug in the ANDA application. If the generic drug safety and efficacy already done, then only we are giving ANDA application. So in the abbreviated new drug application, it should contain mainly 2 points. One is it should have the same innovator drug with respect to the active ingredient, condition of use, route of administration, dosage form, strength and labeling. Then only we can tell that this is same as that of that generic product. Then no need of doing the clinical trial once again. So ANDA will approve. Second is that the already done product is bioequivalent to the innovator drug. Means, for example, already paracetamol NDA application is there. We are trying to find a bioequivalent to paracetamol. Then only we can file this application. So in short, we can tell that ANDA can be submitted for an existing licensed medication or for an approved drug. And we are doing this ANDA submission to protect by the patent, but that thing is going to expire soon. In that condition, we are submitting the ANDA. Next, we are going to think about what are the contents of ANDA. First, application form should be there. Applicant must submit a completed and signed application, and application form should contain. We are going to discuss what are the contents of ANDA application. First one, table of contents. Table of contents means the volume number, page number of the content or submission, which will like a browser, it include the table of contents. Second one, basis for ANDA submission. Because of what we are submitting ANDA. The name of the reference listed drug, including its dosage form and strength, we have to mention. And we have to tell marketing exclusivity right under section 5J5. Then third point we have to include in application is that condition of drug, whether the drug is going to be prescribed, recommended or suggested in the labeling. It should be clearly mentioned. Fourth one, about the active ingredient. The active ingredient of the proposed drug product is same as that of that reference listed product. Then only we can file the ANDA. Fifth one, route of administration, dosage form and strength. So the reference route of administration, dosage form and strength should be same as that of the proposed drug. Then only go ahead with the ANDA application. Sixth one, bioequivalence means the drug product, the proposed drug product is bioequivalent to the reference listed drug. Then we can apply. Then, if you want to carry out in vivo or in vitro bioequivalence study, we have to include the description as well as the human subject, and we have to mention the statement what type of study, and it should be compliable with the institutional review board regulation. Seventh part of application is that labeling. We have to mention approved labeling for the listed drug, and we have to maintain the copies of the proposed labeling, the statement on proposed labeling and comparison of approved and proposed labeling done under labeling. Eighth part is chemistry, manufacturing and control. So the manufacturing record, machinery, ingredient, all the things should be same. Then only we can tell it is applied for the application. Ninth one is very important, that is patent certification. That is, if you are At the time of filing ANDA, applicant must make one of the four certification, either under paragraph 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have to mention. So, respect to each patent issued by the patentee or patent agency, they will tell this is going to be under which patent certification. Like paragraph 1. Paragraph 1 means the drug for which patent information has not been submitted to FDA. If such drug, we have to follow paragraph 1. If the drug's patent expired, we have to write under, this is under paragraph 2. Paragraph 3 means the drug for which the date on which the patent will expire, means on the coming month it is going to expire, we have to mention it is under paragraph 3. Paragraph 4 means drug for which the patent is invalid, unenforceable, or will not be infringed by the manufacturer. Such case we have to write 4. So actually paragraph 4 is a patent challenge, means if you want to get in the patent application or patent exclusivity, this we have to mention under paragraph 4, that is exclusivity for 180 days. During this 180 days, no further application similar to this are not received by the FDA. That is paragraph 4 patent challenge. This is a paragraph 4. So in between the 180 days, first 45 days, the patent holder does not go ahead with the FDA. They will look after the application. An applicant entitled to 180 days market exclusivity. So they can hold for 180 days. No other person will go ahead with the same drug. So what they do is that automatically 30 months stay triggers are there. So after 30 months expired, they will only get 180 days exclusivity. Sometimes 30 months stay not expired. In such case, FDA approves the NDA or court will rules in favor of the brand name. Sometimes what they do, they will give 180 days market exclusivity until the ANDA application whether rejected or not. Up to that, they will get the exclusivity. So various application process in relation to ANDA. Hope this will be helpful for you. If you find useful, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.